Oh, there you are. Right, well, I purchased a new camera, the same as my old one. It wouldn't take the SD card and, it doesn't owe me anything. I've done lots and lots of videoing with it, so time for another one, just the same. So, I need to test it out. So I thought, being it's a lovely night, I would just tell you a story from my youth, another one, of harvest time on the farm. I think you just might enjoy it. Okay, me and the farmer's son got the job of baling in harvest time, and it took 2 weeks. That was the small bales. Well, the first 2 days we took an hour each track driving and an hour each on the sledge. Now a bale sledge, by the way, is planks of wood that's towed behind a small square baler, and the bales come off and you stack them up 8 high, and then you've got a metal pole and the sledge has a gap in the middle, and you stick the pole in the floor and shove the bales off, so they end up in heaps, which are a lot easier to load when you come to load them on the trailer to take them back to the farm. Well, the first day wasn't too bad, but the second day I discovered I wasn't as strong as most lads, and by the afternoon I was blooming dropping bales all over, and I couldn't manage the job. It's that simple. I couldn't manage the job. So the farmer's son, he did that job, and I got the good job of tractor driving, which was fine. Suited me down to the ground. And as I say, we had a fortnight. Now, it wasn't the best paid job. Now I remember this is a long while ago, but when I started work I was on £8 a week, but it quickly rose to 14. And so for a 12-hour 7-day week job to earn 50p, it wasn't the best paid job. But as I say, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Out in the sunshine, and you got barley horns down your neck, and you went home and you had a bath and changed your clothes, and it was fun. It really was. Anyway, one day, the farmer's son had to go for an interview. And so the farmer, now he had a younger sister that had a pony, and my father, a blacksmith, went to shoe it. And because it was a remote farm, I've actually shown it at Skenderbridge Salter on one of my videos. He asked my father if I wanted to be friends with his son that was my age. So I started going down there and spent all my spare time on the farm. And after a while, I made friends with one of the farm workers, a little bit older than me, and I used to spend all my weekends and holidays riding around with him on the tractor and having lots of fun and lots of laughs. So that was good entertainment, almost free entertainment, you see. Anyway, back to the plot. So this day, his son had to go for an interview, and he had, as I say, a younger daughter and 2 16-year-old twins. And I can't remember the names, I won't mention them, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, one was the nicer looking than the other one. They were identical twins, but they weren't absolutely identical. So anyway, his son had to go for this interview, and there was no one to put on the sledge. So he got the good-looking twin to do the sledge work while I drove the tractor. Well, you can imagine, it was a good day. Lovely hot summer's day, and she had a bikini on, honestly. So I had the pleasure of watching this nice young 16-year-old stacking bales on the sledge in bikini for all day. And remember, we did 12-hour days, you know, well, that made up for the lack of payment. It really did. So that was a day to remember, without a doubt. And that's why I'm telling you it, you know. So work doesn't always have to be about money. That's really what I'm telling you, right? Like I said, the pay wasn't great, but the fun and the laughs we had were, you know. So that's when we had these small square bales. And you wouldn't really believe it, but later, of course, I went to work for... I did that job from I was 14, you see. And later I went to work for an agricultural engineers at Horncastle. And my job then was to go and mend these balers. And luckily I'd had some experience. Because, you would do a round and they would just miss tying one bale. The blooming knotters, and you can look this up, right? The knotters were like jaws, like that. And they grabbed the string and spun round and made a loop and then cut it off so they tied a knot. And apparently, I'm not sure about this, but apparently that idea was invented by a chap whose dog grabbed some string, right, with a loop on the end, so it's double up, if you like, so it's some string that's gone back on itself, and this dog put its jaws on the string and managed to get the loop over its nose, and it actually tied a knot. And I seriously think that is how knotters on Old Bailey were invented, because they were quite a good thing when they worked. But oh dear, you go in harvest time and you know, and it's you've got to make the most of, you've only got a short period of time to do it, and you've got to make the most of the nice days. So every harvest, no matter what it was, if it was a combine or a baler or tractor, anything at all, right? It didn't matter too much after the harvest was got. In other words, we often used to say, one of our sayings, when the farmers came in, remember I was an agricultural engineer, when the farmers came in, we used to say, "You got harvest yet?" That would be earlier than this, a little earlier than this. It would be probably the second, third week of August. But it was normally all finished by the middle of September. So, I hope you like this. And let's see if this camera works. And I hope you like the little story, again from my past. And I'll try and think of some more entertainment for you in the future. Look at that, it's diamond fun in my chair. In a bit.